we are getting surprised with the technology here. Eles vão ter acesso
Sim, pode assistir agora.
If Angie, no, I don't know if Angie got the information, but we are transmitting through the IPTV system. So anyone over there, or in Portugal that wanna watch the transmission, just getting in touch, getting linked to the address.
Okay, good.
You want me to send it right to the site?
Can do.
I'm sorry.
Whenever you want to start, Philip.
Okay, well, it's 4 o'clock, so let's go ahead. Let's start, Edmilson. The show is yours for the moment. Okay.
So you can go ahead.
No, he's not. Edmilson, you are now going to...
It's okay.
Yes.
We can start now.
Yeah.
Can we start it for Patricia?
Yeah, it's okay. Students are coming in now, right now.
Okay.
Another Brazilian student that did her master's degree in the University of São Paulo.
I do need a bit more volume.
And we have here also a student from Austria, an exchange student.
Ah, very good.
And this, you give me earphones.
So, shall we start with another small introduction, or you go ahead straight to Philip?
No, I think it's your idea. You have to introduce what this is about. Yeah?
Okay.
The Thomas Valder Memorial Series. Yeah.
So the idea, Andrew Speed, that is the director of the Center for Energy, Petroleum, Mineral Law and Policy in the University of Dundee. Professor Philip is an expert in Chinese energy issues, and I believe this is a good start for this series, since this energy relationship between China and the rest of the world and the emerging world as we are here in Brazil is becoming very important. After that, we are still planning other conferences during the year. We will see how this first one will go on. And I think this is a good opportunity to keep the long-term relationship that the University of São Paulo and the center in Dundee has developed since 1999. So I thank you, Philip, for your attention and your time, and I hope to learn a lot here with you. And I believe the students here that are mostly engineers, so not that much exposed with policy discussions, I think they are going to learn and they are going to enjoy a lot this good experience with you here. So thank you again. Thank you, Patricia, for your time as well. So
thank you.
For us, let's go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much.
Patricia, you want to say just a few words about Coimbra?
Well, the University of Coimbra, I guess it's well known all around the world. It's a very old and traditional university in a university city, not a very large city. We have here a new initiative called Energy for Sustainability that is both a master and Iran students from several countries. We have courses in environmental energy and in energy economics and energy markets. So it's very interesting for us to be able to listen to your presentation about the development of China energy sector.
Okay, thank you very much, Patricia. Thank you very much, Edmilson, for the introduction. And it's a pleasure and an honor to be giving this first Professor Thomas Valder Memorial Video Conference lecture to you at the University of São Paulo and the University of Coimbra, and also to anybody else who's logging in to watch this session. For those of you who didn't know Professor Thomas Valder, he arrived in Dundee in 1991, having worked for many years at the United Nations as the technical advisor for oil, gas and mineral law. And when he came to Dundee in 1991, our centre was rather small. There were about 3 academics and 10 students. I arrived in Dundee as a student in 1994 to do the LLM in energy law and policy, having been before that a geologist. And then, as I say, as a result of Thomas Valder coming here, the centre grew very rapidly, and by the year 2000 we were taking in 100 master's students per year. We now take in 160 or 180 master's students per year, and another 5 to 10 PhD students, and a large number of distance learning students and whatever. So Thomas was absolutely critical in transforming the centre in Dundee from a small backwater. As Edmilson explained, I have spent a lot of my time working on China's energy policy. From the early 1990s, I was in BP in China for 4 years as a geologist, and it was there that I learned that actually the politics of energy is more interesting than the geology of energy. And so that's why I came to Dundee, and then since 1994 I've been focusing my research and advisory work on energy policy in China, both the domestic aspects and the international aspects. Now, of course, as you realize, certainly for those of you in Brazil and maybe also in Portugal, China's energy policy affects us all in many ways. First, the demand is rising, and so that affects international energy prices. Secondly, we have the national oil companies of China going overseas. Thirdly, we have China's energy diplomacy throughout the world. And finally, we have the effects of China's rising energy demand on global warming. So wherever you live in the world, you cannot get away from China's energy policy. Now, this afternoon, I'm going to focus on the international aspects of China's energy policy, particularly on the activities of its national oil companies overseas. However, I'm going to give a brief introduction to the domestic issues because that was another of the papers that I sent out. And in the questions that follow, I'm prepared to take questions on any aspects of China's energy sector and energy policy, and will do my best to answer them. So we will now start the slideshow. Could you just indicate, Patricia and Edmilson, that you can see the slides? Patricia?
Yes, we can see them.